So before I get into the topic of this video, which is a discussion we had in my first class of the semester of interviewing and counseling, I want to say one thing, and that is stress sucks. Or at least how my body deals with stress sucks. Because the way my body deals with stress has reared its head twice. The first time is because I sort of screwed up passwords and I was worried that I wasn't going to get sorted out before classes started. And the second time was today because I was worried about two things. Getting a book that I needed for my abnormal psych class and dealing with this thing we have called Web Study, which isn't working for me, and I've tried almost everything I can, and so I was really stressed about that, and I was really stressed about the getting the book. So I had been a little bit sick last night, and I woke up this morning and it just was a no-go. Like, I couldn't go to my first two classes because I was that sick. Like, my body wanted to crap, and it was not a pretty sight, and I felt like shit. Pardon the wording, but I just felt horrible. And I actually made an attempt at going to my 3-hour class, which is interviewing and counseling, and I actually got through it. My stomach didn't act up or anything, and I didn't feel as stressed. So that's a good thing. So let's get into the topic that I spoke about in the beginning of this video, and that is a discussion that we had in my interviewing and counseling class today. It was the first class of that class this semester, and it was pretty much devoted to reading the syllabus, getting to know each other a little bit. But we got into a topic that someone brought up, and that was, can you tell someone in the context of like a social worker that I cannot work with you, there's something about you that I cannot get I can't get over it, and I will have to refer you to someone. And my teacher said, yes, that will happen. It's inevitable. There are certain things that you won't be able to get past, and you will refer them to another person who can help them that will be able to get past that. And the one person's group was abusers, and that's one of my groups, abusers. I will not be able to deal with abusers. I will never be able to get that out of my mind. I will sooner kick you in the head than talk to you if you're an abuser. And the second group is evangelical, fundamentalist Christians, or any really fundamental people that have to do with religion, or any fundamental people really. Because with the religious people, I will not be able to deal with you saying that gay marriage is wrong and that a certain swath of the population do not deserve the same rights as you because you see them as broken or some other bullshit. I will never be able to I will never be able to get over that. That is so ingrained in my mind that gay people should be able to get married that I will never compromise that. I will never ever get over that, because that is something I believe in. And I will never be able to work with someone as a social worker who is like that, because it is just such a glaring personality flaw to be able to tell someone that they don't deserve marriage because they're either broken or that it's sinful. And I hate this bullshit about love the sinner, not the sin. I hate that shit. And if anybody ever says any fucking thing along those lines to me, I will walk out of the room, go get my supervisor, and say I will not be able to work with this person because their views are so fundamentally diametrically opposed to my own. But it was a good discussion to have. I didn't really bring that up. I should have, but class was almost over, and I didn't want to prolong people getting out early because they have a lot of responsibilities. I do like the teacher. I do like the class. My classmates so far. I'm an evil bastard because there are 2 women in my class that are bigger, and I had an evil thought. And, I mean, I got to sort of rein that shit in so I don't accidentally say that to someone who I either work with or am counseling. I will be able to rein that in. That is one of the few things I will be able to rein in. My impulse to say shitty jokes to people who I don't really know. I don't know what their life could have been like. It could have been very shitty and they just sort of used the way to mask some other problem. I do not know. But I have those sort of like impulse. I have that sort of dark humor kind of shit going on in my brain. So it's sort of, I have to quell that. But overall, I think it'll be a fun class. I will talk about stuff we talk about in class. I won't go into specific detail, but I will sort of give you a general overview of how the class goes. Because we are supposed to be confidential, I won't say names and I won't go into specifics about things, but I'll go in general terms about what we talked about. My reaction, what other people have said in general terms, and do that, but I won't ever talk about specifically people. Like I'll say that person said this or this person said that. I won't deal in specifics. I will talk about, once I read the first chapter of the book that I have to read for my interviewing and counseling class, I will talk about it if people want to. I probably will talk about my macroeconomics book, which is Economics Today, the Macro View. It's in a binder because I got the loose leaf version. So I'm sort of stuck with this unless I can sell it to someone who wants to buy the binder too. But yeah. And anybody who wants to help me with macroeconomics, that'd be fabulous. But yeah. I am RezenatorZen. Hopefully you found this video interesting, or at least informative. And yeah, I will go. In some classes I will go into detail, some other ones I won't go into quite as much detail, like interviewing and counseling. So, I'm RezenatorZen. Hope everybody had a good day. Hope everybody has a good week. Hopefully I have a good week and I won't get as stressed. But I am, this is the third time I'm saying it, RezenatorZen. Peace, love, harmony, and if you ever want to talk about anything, I am me on Skype. Peace out.